In the quiet, suburban neighborhood of Willowdale, Darlene Wolverton lived with her husband, Ray Marshall. They had a peaceful life, content in their quaint house on Maple Street. Darlene was known in the community for her kindness, always ready to lend a helping hand to her neighbors. One chilly evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the street, Darlene heard a faint knock on her front door. Curious, she opened it to find Valerie Wolfe and Mike Buchholz, two elderly residents of Willowdale. They looked tired and frail. Valerie and Mike explained that their heater had broken down, leaving them shivering in the cold. With tears in their eyes, they pleaded for Darlene's assistance, not knowing where else to turn. Darlene's compassionate heart couldn't bear to see the elderly couple suffering. Without hesitation, she invited them inside, offering warm blankets and a hot cup of tea. She couldn't help but wonder how anyone could neglect these vulnerable neighbors. As Darlene made tea, Valerie and Mike shared stories of their younger days in Willowdale. They reminisced about picnics in the park, dances at the community center, and all the wonderful memories they had created. Meanwhile, Ray Marshall, Darlene's husband, was working late at the office. He was usually the cautious one, wary of strangers, but he trusted his wife's judgment. Little did he know that tonight would be different, and his trust would be put to the test. Hours passed, and Darlene, Valerie, and Mike sat by the cozy fireplace, deep in conversation. Darlene's heart swelled with warmth as she listened to the tales of their lives. She couldn't help but feel a connection to these elderly souls. Suddenly, the front door swung open, and Ray Marshall stepped inside, exhausted from a long day at work. His eyes widened in shock as he saw the two elderly strangers in his living room, talking animatedly with his wife, Darlene. Darlene noticed the astonishment on Ray's face and quickly introduced him to Valerie and Mike, explaining their plight with the broken heater. Ray's initial unease began to melt away as he saw the genuine need in their eyes. As Ray listened to Valerie and Mike's stories, his heart softened. He, too, started to feel a sense of connection to these elderly neighbors, realizing they were a part of the tapestry of Willowdale. Ray decided to help. He called a local heating repair service, arranging for them to visit Valerie and Mike's home the next day to fix their heater. He also invited the elderly couple to stay the night at their house. The evening turned into a night of shared stories, laughter, and companionship. Darlene, Ray, Valerie, and Mike sat together, a testament to the power of community and human kindness. The next morning, the repairman arrived at Valerie and Mike's house. With the heater fixed and the warmth of friendship in their hearts, the elderly couple thanked Darlene and Ray profusely before returning to their home. Over the following weeks, Darlene and Ray continued to visit Valerie and Mike. They helped with groceries, ran errands, and provided companionship. The bonds of friendship grew stronger, bridging the gap between generations. One day, while Darlene was helping Valerie organize some old photographs, they stumbled upon a picture of a young Ray. He had been a local hero, saving a kitten stuck in a tree. Valerie's eyes twinkled with recognition. Valerie revealed that she had known Ray when they were all much younger. Ray had always been the compassionate and caring soul that he was now. This revelation deepened the connection between them all. As the seasons changed, so did the dynamics of their friendship. Ray and Darlene found comfort in having Valerie and Mike as surrogate grandparents, and Valerie and Mike found joy in the genuine care and companionship of their younger neighbors. The old and the young had become a family, each enriching the other's lives. The community of Willowdale watched in awe as the bond between these two couples blossomed. One crisp autumn evening, they all gathered in Ray and Darlene's living room, the fireplace crackling warmly. They shared stories not just of the past, but also of the present and future they hoped to create together. But little did they know that on this particular night, an unexpected event would unfold, forever altering the course of their lives. As the evening wore on, with laughter filling the room, a sudden knock echoed through the house. It was an urgent and frantic knocking, unlike anything they had heard before. Startled, everyone turned toward the door. Ray, always cautious, approached slowly, peering through the peephole. His eyes widened, and his heart raced as he recognized the person on the other side. It was Donna Pale, a middle-aged woman who lived across the street. Donna was known for her erratic behavior and occasional outbursts. She had been quiet lately, and they had hoped she was getting the help she needed. Donna's face was contorted with fear, and her words tumbled out in a panicked rush. "You have to help me. They're after me. Please, you have to hide me." Confusion and concern gripped the room as Donna's pleas grew more frantic. Darlene, Ray, Valerie, and Mike exchanged worried glances, unsure of what to do. Ray opened the door just enough for Donna to slip inside. Her trembling hands clutched her tattered purse, and she looked over her shoulder, as if expecting someone to follow her. "Who's after you, Donna?" Ray asked gently, trying to calm her. Donna's eyes darted around the room, her breathing erratic. She finally managed to whisper, "The men, the dangerous ones." The room fell into an eerie silence as Donna's words hung in the air. Darlene instinctively moved closer to Ray, while Valerie and Mike exchanged worried glances. Before anyone could react further, the sound of approaching footsteps echoed outside. They were heavy and purposeful, drawing closer with each passing second. Panic surged through the room as the reality of the situation sank in. Darlene and Ray exchanged a look of concern, their hearts pounding in unison. Without a moment to lose, Ray ushered everyone into the small, dimly lit pantry just off the kitchen. It was a tight fit, but they huddled together, their breaths shallow and fearful. From the confines of the pantry, they strained to listen to the sounds outside. The footsteps grew louder, closer, until they were just outside the kitchen door. The room was tense and filled with uncertainty as they waited in the darkness, their hearts racing. What had Donna gotten herself into, and who were these dangerous men? The kitchen door creaked open slowly, and a shadowy figure stepped inside. Their breaths caught in their throats as they watched, terrified, unsure of what was about to unfold. The figure moved stealthily through the kitchen, pausing briefly by the pantry door. In that agonizing moment, time seemed to stand still. Then, as suddenly as the intruder had appeared, they retreated. The footsteps faded away, receding into the distance. Relief washed over the group, and they cautiously emerged from the pantry. Donna looked pale and shaken, but her expression held a glimmer of gratitude. She whispered her thanks, but her words were cryptic, leaving more questions than answers. Ray, still wary, asked Donna to explain what had happened and who those men were. Donna hesitated, her eyes darting around the room. Finally, she began to speak, revealing a chilling story that sent shivers down their spines. Donna's tale was one of intrigue, danger, and secrets hidden within the seemingly tranquil neighborhood of Willowdale. It was a story that would unravel the lives of everyone involved. Donna explained that she had stumbled upon a hidden network of criminal activity within Willowdale. The so-called dangerous men were ruthless individuals involved in illicit operations right under the community's nose. She had inadvertently discovered their activities while investigating her own suspicions about her neighbor, Mr. Harrington, who had always seemed a bit too secretive. Donna had found documents and photographs in Mr. Harrington's house that implicated him in the criminal organization. Fearing for her life, she had fled to Darlene and Ray's home, hoping to find safety. The group exchanged nervous glances as Donna's story unfolded. The revelation that danger lurked so close to home sent shockwaves through them. With the threat still looming, they knew they couldn't remain idle. Ray and Darlene decided to contact the local authorities, hoping to expose the criminal network and bring an end to their reign of terror. As they waited for the police to arrive, tensions ran high in Darlene and Ray's living room. Valerie and Mike, who had lived in Willowdale for decades, were shocked to learn the truth about their peaceful neighborhood. The police arrived swiftly, taking Donna's statement and vowing to investigate the criminal activities in Willowdale. They assured the group that they would do everything in their power to ensure their safety. In the following days, the neighborhood buzzed with news of the criminal network's exposure. Many were in disbelief that such activities had been taking place right under their noses. As investigations continued, more secrets were unearthed and several arrests were made. The community came together, determined to reclaim their peaceful way of life. With the threat finally diminishing, the group began to rebuild their lives. Valerie and Mike, Darlene and Ray, and even Donna found solace in the unity of their newfound family. The story of Willowdale became one of resilience, courage, and the unbreakable bonds forged in the face of adversity. The neighborhood had changed, but it had also grown stronger. Over time, Donna found the help she needed to address her own issues, and she transformed into a more stable and confident person. The Marshall Wolverton and Wolf Buchholz families continued to share their lives, creating lasting memories together. They proved that even in the most unexpected circumstances, kindness and friendship could prevail. The seasons continued to change, and the years rolled by. Willowdale remained a close-knit community, forever marked by the events that had unfolded within its quiet streets. Darlene and Ray, Valerie and Mike, and Donna became lifelong friends, cherishing the unique bond they had formed in the crucible of danger. As they gathered around the fireplace once again, the room was filled not only with the warmth of the fire, but also with the enduring warmth of their friendship. Life in Willowdale settled back into a peaceful rhythm, but the events of that fateful night were never forgotten. They served as a reminder that sometimes the greatest bonds are forged in the face of adversity. The community continued to thrive, with neighbors looking out for one another and sharing in the simple joys of life. The park was once again filled with laughter, and the community center echoed with music and dance. Years passed, and the original four friends watched as Willowdale grew and changed around them. New families moved in, but the spirit of unity remained a guiding force. Valerie and Mike celebrated their 60th wedding anniversary, surrounded by friends and family. They often recounted the story of their unlikely friendship with Darlene and Ray. Darlene and Ray's house remained a hub of activity, filled with the laughter of grandchildren and the warmth of shared meals. They often marveled at the twists of fate that had brought them into Valerie and Mike's lives. Donna continued to be a part of their lives, her own story of redemption and recovery inspiring those around her. She became a pillar of support for others facing similar challenges. One day, as they sat on Darlene and Ray's porch, watching the sunset, Valerie spoke softly. "Life is full of surprises, isn't it? Who would have thought that a broken heater and a knock on the door would lead to this?" Ray nodded, his eyes filled with gratitude. "Sometimes it's the unexpected moments that shape our lives the most," he replied. Their friendship, forged in the crucible of danger, had become an enduring testament to the power of compassion and community. As the years went by, their stories became woven into the fabric of Willowdale's history, a reminder that even in the quietest of neighborhoods, extraordinary things could happen. The seasons continued to change, but the bond between Darlene and Ray, Valerie and Mike, and Donna remained unbreakable. They had weathered the storm together and emerged stronger for it. The community of Willowdale, too, continued to flourish, its residents knowing that they could always count on their neighbors in times of need. And so life in Willowdale went on, with its ups and downs, its joys and challenges. But through it all, the enduring friendship of these four people remained a beacon of hope and love. As they watched the sun set on another day in their beloved neighborhood, they knew that no matter what the future held, they would face it together, just as they had faced that fateful night. The years rolled on, and the bonds between Darlene, Ray, Valerie, Mike, and Donna grew even stronger. They shared countless meals, holidays, and moments of joy and sorrow. One summer, they decided to embark on a road trip together. They packed up Ray's trusty old car and set off on a journey to explore new places and create new memories. Their road trip took them through picturesque landscapes, quaint towns, and bustling cities. They laughed, sang, and reminisced about the many adventures they had shared. One evening, as they sat around a campfire under a starry sky, Valerie spoke about her dreams of visiting the Grand Canyon. The others listened intently, knowing how much it meant to her. Without hesitation, they adjusted their route, making a detour to fulfill Valerie's dream. When they finally stood at the edge of the majestic canyon, Valerie's eyes welled up with tears of joy. They spent hours marveling at the breathtaking beauty of the Grand Canyon, a symbol of the vastness of life's experiences. It was a moment they would cherish forever. Their road trip continued, taking them to national parks, historical landmarks, and hidden gems across the country. They collected memories like treasures, each one a testament to their enduring friendship. As they traveled, they met people from all walks of life, each with their own unique stories to tell. It reinforced their belief in the power of human connection and the importance of kindness. Donna, once a woman plagued by fear and uncertainty, had transformed into a beacon of strength and resilience. She had found her purpose in helping others overcome their own challenges. Valerie and Mike, celebrating their love that had spanned 6 decades, continued to inspire their friends with their unwavering devotion and zest for life. Ray and Darlene, the couple who had opened their hearts and home to strangers in need, found fulfillment in the bonds they had forged and the love that had grown stronger over the years. Their road trip eventually led them back to Willowdale, their beloved community. It was a bittersweet moment as they realized that their journey had come full circle. Back in Willowdale, they continued to live their lives, knowing that their friendship was a source of strength and joy. They also knew that, just as before, unexpected adventures might still await them. And so life went on in the quiet, suburban neighborhood of Willowdale. The seasons changed, children grew, and new stories were woven into the tapestry of their lives. But the enduring friendship of Darlene, Ray, Valerie, Mike, and Donna remained a constant, a reminder that in a world filled with uncertainties, the bonds of love and friendship could withstand the test of time. As they sat together on Darlene and Ray's porch, watching the sun dip below the horizon, they reflected on their journey, the road they had traveled, and the adventures that still awaited them. The golden rays of the setting sun bathed them in a warm embrace, a symbol of the enduring light that their friendship had brought into their lives. And as they raised their glasses in a toast to the future, they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them with the same courage, compassion, and unwavering friendship that had carried them through the years. Their story, the story of Darlene, Ray, Valerie, Mike, and Donna, continued to inspire those around them, a testament to the extraordinary bonds that could be forged in the most unexpected of circumstances. And so, in the quiet, suburban neighborhood of Willowdale, the pages of their story turned, filled with the promise of new adventures, shared laughter, and the enduring love of true friends. As they settled in for another peaceful evening, the sound of their laughter echoed through the neighborhood, a reminder to all who heard it that the bonds of friendship were a treasure beyond measure. Time marched forward, leaving its gentle mark on the friends. They continued to support each other through life's trials and triumphs, sharing in the joys of growing older together. Valerie and Mike celebrated their 70th wedding anniversary, surrounded by their loving friends. Their love story remained an inspiration to all who knew them, a testament to the enduring power of love. Darlene and Ray's house continued to be a gathering place for laughter, stories, and cherished moments. Their home had become a symbol of the enduring friendship that had defined their lives. Donna continued to make a difference in the lives of those she helped, a living testament to the power of transformation and resilience. As they watched the sun set on another day, the friends reflected on the incredible journey they had taken together. Theirs was a story of love, kindness, and the unwavering bonds of friendship. And as the final rays of the setting sun cast long shadows across their porch, they knew that their story, like the enduring beauty of a sunset, would continue to inspire and uplift those who were fortunate enough to know them.